What's poppin' YT, it's your boy Sir Mike, and I have a little something different for you guys today. Today I will be covering the latest video from Pokemon that shows Eevee's new ZMove Extreme Evoboost. The only reason why I'm covering this is because yes, one, I'm a Pokemon fan, but two, I am an Eevee fan. Eevee has been one of my favorite mons for I don't even know since I probably started playing the game. So I got hype about it, so I decided to share it. Now in case you don't know, Z Crystals are the new mechanic in the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Moon game set to release in November. Each Z Crystal allows you to use a Z move once per battle. These Z moves are very powerful and will be held by a Pokemon as a held item. Some moves are type specific, such as like fire, grass, and water, and others are Pokemon specific, such as Eevee's. Now let's talk about why Eevee's Z move is going to be a problem. It may not break the game, but when you put it into perspective, it sure does sound like it may. Now, the stat changes I'm going to be showing you will be after Eevee uses its Z move and how it compares to other Pokemon's base stats before or after they Mega Evolve, before their ability comes into play, and before any setup moves. So, as you can see, here are Eevee's stats at level 100. Now I use level 100 as it was simpler for comparing purposes. I got all my information off of cerebi.net, which will be linked in the description. Now let's look at Eevee's stats after its Z-Move Extreme Evoboost. Yeah, shit got real extreme real quick. Now its attack stat goes from 229 to 458. This will put Eevee at the top 20 of the highest attack stat mons. Now mostly Mega and Legendary Pokemon would have higher attack stats. Some notable Pokemon that Eevee becomes more powerful than is Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Deoxys, Zekrom, Aegislash, Mega Scizor, Landorus, Metagross, and so many more. I mean, it's crazy how high its attack gets just simply using this boost. Now remember, I'm talking about these base forms, so this is just regular Kyogre and Groudon before any stat changing moves and everything else. Our next stat is in defense, going from 218 to 436. This will put Eevee in the top 25 of the highest defensive stat mons. Mostly Mega and Legendary Pokemon would have higher defensive stats, just like the attack. Now Eevee's 436 stat comes up only short to a wide variety of 438 defensive stat mons, such as Metagross, Registeel, Tyranitar, Aegislash, and Diancie. Its next stat, Special Attack, goes from 207 to 414. This will put Eevee in the top 35 of the highest special attack stat mons. A wider variety of Pokemon would have a higher special attack stat, so it's not that impressive. Now, like its defensive stat, Eevee's 414 defensive stat becomes only short to a variety of 416 special attack stat mons, such as Mega Houndoom, Mega Latias, and Lucario. Those mons have a slightly higher special attack stat at 416. Now, its special attack becomes higher than Pokemon such as Mega Pidgeot, Alakazam, Mega Blastoise, and even Xerneas. Its next stat, Special Defense, is where things actually get really interesting. So, its special defensive stat goes from 251 to 502. This will put Eevee in the top 3. Yes, that's right, the top 3 of the highest special defensive stat Pokemon. The third. Like, that's insane. The only two Pokemon that would have a higher, better stat would be Shuckle at 614 and Regice at 548. He becomes a monstrous wall. That's exactly what he becomes. Its last stat, which is its speed stat, goes from 229 to 458. This will put Eevee again in the top 3 of the highest speed stat mons, making him or her, gender preference, fast as shit. The only two Pokemon that would have a better speed stat would be Deoxys Speed at 504 and Ninjask at 460. Now of course this is before Ninjask used Protect and Speed Boost, but like I said, I'm leaving out the abilities and I'm leaving out certain setup moves. With the new stat change, Eevee doesn't become broken necessarily, but she becomes more powerful. It opens up the possibility of so many Eevee variations. Let's just quickly run through a few options. You could run a defensive Eevee that has Curse with a speed hindering nature and it slows down to increase its defense, making him super bulky. You could combo that with a Baton Pass and pass it to another user, maybe in Trick Room. Even without the Trick Room and the Curse, it could still be a great Baton Passer to many other mons. Even without Baton Pass, and you were just using a Curse Eevee, it could become a great support Pokemon, learning moves like Heal Bell, Helping Hand, Wish, Yawn, Confide, Protect, Tickle. You could even run an adaptability Eevee with Retaliate and Doubles Battle once you've used your ZMove. Imagine the amount of damage you could do with that. Adaptability Eevee period becomes a threat with Return, Frustration, Facade. Eevee even has the ability to learn Workup, with then becomes a major problem for anybody facing it. Eevee just becomes a threat now, and I will use it in so many different ways once the new game drops here soon. Leave comments down below on any Eevee strats I might not have mentioned, but that's all I have. Thanks for tuning in, but until next time, I'm out of here!